Hey guys, how's it going here, RedMaster, and welcome back to episode of Cards and Castles Reign to Thread. Today we've got the Warlock Crusader Awaken for you today as we're getting very close to the end of the season here. Just a little over 10 days left before the season comes to a close. So, with that being said, let's go ahead, jump in, rank some of these, well, rank this deck in particular, starting with game number 1 right now. Alright guys, so jumping into match number 1. I'm gonna risk it and keep the hand. I mean, we've got Rat King and Blacksmith. Problem is, if he starts going off first with this Awaken, that's gonna be problematic. Oh. You see what I mean? Problematic. I can't arc fire it, because of course it only do 2 instead of 3, so I can't really hit that the way I want to. I am going to be able to hit it with a blue firebolt, though, so that way we really can't see some draw out of this guy yet. Let's see if he's got the replacement for it. I don't know if he does, and we'll see. In the meantime, Rat King will probably clean up the Masuda if he decides to rush a little bit forward. Looks like we're going to see a second one. If we see another temple, that's going to be big sad. Or temple? Dojo, I mean. I can speak the English language too, guys, I promise. Alright, so let's go ahead. Bop here, bop here. Let's hope this doesn't take out the rat. Perfect. And we'll move in like so. And we have hands now, so if we take a bit of damage on the castle, it's not going to matter too much. So we're good there. Golem has me a bit worried, though. So I don't have an immediate answer for Golem. And if he starts putting, like, right meditation on it with, like, the last few cards he's got, I'm gonna be pissed. Let's go ahead and hit the arc fire on the Masuda, even though it's not ideal. We do want to block for this, and then be able to hopefully use the Imp plus the Blacksmith to create some kind of counteraction here. Problem is, if he starts popping off, we've got nothing against that. Synchro Strike, okay. That just seemed like a way too elaborate way to take out my Blacksmith. Now, to be fair, it did do him a little bit of good, because now I'm forced to make this connection. Alright, so Shaman, nothing exciting there. Dancing Swords could be a little problematic. Yeah, could be. Especially troubling with that. I'm gonna risk the Headwood down here. Reason being, he's got 3 cards in hand. If those happen to miraculously be multiple reawakenings for this sword, then, you know, by all means. But, okay, looks like the bolt is going there. That's going there. Okay, meditation on the Imp. Alright, so I know my target. Unless we can get really lucky here and perhaps do something like... Nope, okay. We are going to hit that, though. That's what we need. And then I want to get hands down ASAP because we're in, like, lethal territory. Actually, yeah, that works. And can I do this? Oh, no, I can't. Duh. Golem's got deflect. Pretty funny, though, if you could have just hidden intent that golem away. Okay, there's the Dragon's Fire, which... Mm-hmm. Neato. There's our golem. Too bad we can't use it. Yeah, can't use anything from there either. Let's hope that in his hand isn't game-ending potential. We have Dragon's Fire, so we might be able to hold on. We do survive by one. Never mind. Of course, the last two cards have to be some kind of awakening pulls. Ah, that bites. Not happy about that, but I mean, hey, what are the chances, right? So, unfortunate for game number one. Let's hope we can rebound in game number two. Coming at you right now. All right, game number two underway. Mordok, get yourself out. We don't need you yet. We'll go and take the Lumberjack and Imp instead. Okay. Gonna be probably a school deck, maybe. Thief, yes. Thief's pointing to school. We'll go ahead and hit the Mischievous Imp after a Lumberjack trade so we can get a little bit of draw to our hand here. We'll get the Imp out as a way to kind of force him to turn away from the school, maybe. Looks like we're going to see a church instead, though, which is fine. We'll get some damage on the church, too, with the Imp, so that's nice. So do a little bit of mismatch healing, although it goes to the castle because, of course, it does. Ooh, Blacksmith. That'll be a good take for us. I'd like to see that. Ooh, and there are options for us to work with here. So let's go ahead and take a bit of the slower route. Next turn we'll do Book's Priest. Okay, gonna do Book Priest then. Let's see where that gets us. The estate just tells me that we're setting up for school. And if that is the case, then that's fine. Murder on the Wizard. Yeah, alright, I had a feeling Wizard would die fairly early. I'm liking our chances in this matchup, though. We're going to get another Books and Blacksmith down for just tremendous face damage. And it's going to be pretty difficult for our opponent to come back from, especially since he cut off his own spawn up here. There's no way that he can really touch this priest at the moment, so that's pretty safe. Swordsman, yeah, even the Swordsman really, no matter where it goes, it's not going to be able to connect to everything. And, yeah, no matter where the castle or the church heal lands, we'll be able to just simply wrap up the game. So very quick for game number two. A nice revive, a nice comeback from that match number one that we faced earlier. So let's go ahead and jump into match number three then and see if we can continue this momentum as a way to kind of bounce ourselves back. Alright, so jumping into our next matchup now. I'm going to go ahead and cycle away all of our Warlock cards here. This is looking a lot better of a hand to Imps, the Books, and Swords to start us off, and the coin if things get a little dicey. But we should be okay. Going up against Druid Ninja should be interesting. Rider makes me a little sad. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. I don't want to take too much damage off this rider, so I'm going to go ahead see and pop the Imp, see if anything comes out for it. Worst case, the rider trades into the Imp burns the rider, and then the rider burns off the Imp. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Alright, so part of it happened. We did get we get to get the better end of the deal, with that interaction. Alright, Wizard. I don't necessarily like the Wizard showing up. Ah, we don't even get the burn on it. That's just disheartening. I'll go for a books. There's no other play for me to rake, really, except the books. So we'll see what he does from here. He'll cut off our draw because swell. God damn. Let's go for swords. Again, no other play that I can make, unfortunately. Alright, questing. We're gonna pull the wizard back. Pretty expected. Ooh, and Rat King. I wish I had my Dragon's Fire next turn. Unfortunately, we do not. However, what we do have is that we can set up with Headwood. Make him difficult to get to. I'm in no rush to hurt his castle right away. Am I, though? No, I don't think I am. I have hands, but I guess the matter of finding them is something different entirely. We're going to see Armory followed up by a nice spacing of the rats. That's to be expected. We just need one to hit Wizard, ideally. One of these Headwood bursts. We don't get that. Of course, we do not. I'm going to have to... Actually, let me go ahead and clear out some of the stuff here. Let's see if maybe I can get... Nope. Alright. Trying to get a little bit of Saurus luck on my side here, but obviously it doesn't want to happen, and my game is now breaking. You can tell by the end turn getting a little dented there. A little boulder, if you will. I'd say we are in a still fairly decently good place. Did that English work? I think it did. We'll see what he decides to go for here. Centaur. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's going to render Saurus useless. Unfortunate. Oh, this Dragon's Fire, I get a lot more value, though, I'll tell you right now. We're probably going to see Saurus die with the Wizard, right? Unless he's worried about something with the Wizard. Nah. Oh, wow. We're being a bit too aggressive here, and this is, you know, why we aren't necessarily too aggressive. One Dragon's Fire tends to clear boards. You hate to see it. I mean, to be fair, this is Druid, so there's still a chance that we're going to see maybe some shenanigans. But I don't think so, really. Let's go ahead and put that down there. Apologies for the game breaking the way that it is. I've been at this for a little while. Ugh. But this should end the game. There's no way Ninja Druid has a strong way of dealing with this. I mean, okay, there's the Spiny. But even then. We'll go into that. We'll Arc Fire. Pass it back to him. He's on a turn now. We're like top deck every turn. It's definitely going to be hard, especially with companions. You want something to set up for them, so yeah, he's going to surrender there. Well, I mean, fair attempt. We got pretty close. Yeah, Dragon's Fire, though, very powerful, very intense board wipe, so pretty happy about that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into match number 4 after I quickly repair my game and see if we can continue this winning momentum. All right, so just let's jump into match number 4 now. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the right and the Saurus for nothing much better. Okay, that sounds about right. I mean, we're not terribly at a disadvantage. I think I'm going to coin into blacksmith here. Reason being, I want to make these rats a bit more powerful, and usually coining to blacksmith is never a good sign. But oh, okay, we've got dagger storm for blacksmith. All right, that does indeed hurt my feelings. We'll go with the lumberjack instead. I mean, no reason to point out the rat king now. I don't. We're not going to be seeing a whole lot of his power going off right about now. Instead, let's go with the Darkbender. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm being set up for school here. Merchant State gives him great leeway into Con plus school, or Southport plus school, whatever the case may be. I'm not here to judge. Or we just have more Dagger Storms. Of course we have more Dagger Storms. It's fine. This is going to force that Darkbender to make the trade now, since it is dying regardless of next turn. He could go into Mordock, which is scary, but I don't know if he's got it. If he does, we got to applaud him for it. Some nice setup for it. Nope, he's going to try and draw into it, and he lost the gold for it. Going with the Lumberjack and the Merchants. Lumberjack, yeah, doesn't really have to deal with it. The Darkbender anyway. Looks like we're going to give him the trade here. Bit of an oof, but that's okay. I'll set up Golem for a bigger Saurus play here. He's going to do double Merchant Estate, though. Oh, T-Rex. Very nice. You don't see T-Rex too often, and it's a shame that we actually don't see him more, because he is a great little utility card still, despite what people think about it. And do that. Because of course you have that good fear ability, which kind of it's like a stall almost. It is pretty much stall. So yeah, I'm curious to see if people kind of take more use of it, especially if you have multiple copies in the deck. Don't scope. You do not have enough for scope, my guy. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. Let's plop Golem onto Mordock since I am feeling pretty dominant with it. Of course, he pulls the Wraith out of it. We'll go with a Mordock of our own. Oh, we do get a little bit of a Wraith trade here. I'm going to do this to push that Wraith away and to kind of push mine to a little bit more safety. Maybe we can set up for a right play with the Headwood. I'm hoping he kind of forgets Headwood is back here, thinking I don't have the Reawakening for it here. Although he's probably focused on getting rid of this Golem, if anything. Geez, he's going to put a second Mordock into it? I would take the, yeah. Take the lesser health one. Oh yeah, and then goes right into the Mordock. That's good. Ooh, we're all pulling our rates today. Gonna go with the dancing swords since it's a safer trade for me there. Followed up with the books. No need to write anything just about yet. I mean, we could hit like more damage on the castle. It's guaranteed, but I don't think it's necessary. Although this is gonna be big. Building setup is going to be destroyed by right. Oh, Lord. Well, most of it. We'll arc fire the school in case anything big is lurking in the back there, and then we'll set up with another Darkbender books. Well, I mean, we already have books, but just more books set up. The reason I didn't send the low health Wraith in is that there's always a potential for Craxus lurking in there. And I thought with the 8 health Wraith, it's going to be difficult to generate any value off it. Although, is this lethal? I think, yeah, this is lethal right here. Yeah, 3. Yeah, more than lethal. So we will take game number 4. Very nicely done there. Yeah, I think the building burn was killer, but, I mean, I think a big golem is also a pretty solid way to end games, if you ask me. Uh, Nothing can really uh, get around that big golem without maybe sacrificing a few more into it than it should be. So I think that's pretty much why we came out on that game. But with that being said, we have one more game to go. Match number 5. Let's go ahead, jump into that one, and see what we can do for our final matchup for this deck. Alright, so jumping into the final matchup now. We got a couple of high-costing boys in our hand here, so let's go ahead and shuffle those bad boys out. We'll pick up a priest, which will be somewhat useful here. Although I can't say that's going to be useful to block this 2 damage. Although 2 damage is 2 damage, what can you really do? Looks like I am going to probably have to make the trade here, unfortunately. That's okay. No harm, no foul before that thing gets any big buffs. I am facing against a Crusader Viking here, so high probability that we might be seeing some buffs out of this guy for sure. So I'm going to try and be careful here, especially now that we have a wizard to deal with. Ooh. Okay, Nunchuck Nun? That's fair, I guess. Don't really see too much of him every day. Or her. I think we'll also coin into Priest and get a little more aggressive here. Just to see if we can snipe off this wizard. We'll see what he's got, though. This might be a deck actually focused on creating a buffed wizard. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a Master at Arms here, maybe, which, I mean, personally, it's going to be tough to get around looking at our hand here. 2 Sauruses with no Awakening, Dragon's Fire, which is not going to be useful till later on, and a Mordok, which is, we're very far from. So I am a bit concerned when it comes to this right now. Alright, gonna probably see, yeah, might have the Minotaur. No big deal. Go ahead, pop that over there. There's no reason to really get these rats moving anywhere. I wanted to make the Rat King trade regardless so we can set up for a Dragon's Fire. And yeah, 2 Berserkers. If we can get the Imp Snipe on the Wizard, that'd be big. Be pretty huge, actually. No, we're not going to get it there. Well, I have to do this just because I don't want those Berserkers getting bigger and harder to deal with. Go ahead and put that down as well. It's a little tricky for us right now, a little tricky. Alright, stable Knight of Flowers. Odd combination of cards there for this deck, but alright, you do you, my friend. I'm gonna go in for some face damage here, and he can't reach any of those. So we're gonna try and set up a big imp burn with Saurus. Okay, stable. So yeah, the goal of this deck seems to be making some just big unit here. Don't loom me. Oh, Taurus Files. About to say, if you loom me, there's no way you can. It'd be physically impossible, but I mean, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead, drop the Saurus here, see where we can go. Alright, well, we only have to trade one of these guys, so that's fine. Put the wizard up there, too. We had to sack we had to give him the Taurus File food, thanks to Imp Burn. Nothing that we really can do about that, though. Just gotta accept it for what it is. Hippolytarius, which is quite scary, actually. I want to get rid of that as soon as humanly possible. Oh, and we can. Beautiful. And yeah, I'll make this wizard trade. I'm not too upset about making that. Uh-oh. That's a stupid misclick on my part. Oh, I could have done another Saurus. Nah, it's whatever. Alright, we're going to lose 2 of our imps, it looks like. Unless this Berserker is gonna hold off for now. Yeah, looks like he is. That's fair. We'll do a little bit of this then. Get some more uses out of these imps. See, the problem is I'm trying to get to, I'm trying to lure him in closer for a Mordock play. This is terrible for me if he pops a Luminaris, but the one card I have is Mordock, so we'll see. About to say, did we misplay that? But no, it looks like he's setting up for a Cloak of Ice there. So trying to neutralize my units here. And maybe actually set up for Chain Lightning, it looks like. Yeah, this looks to be a nasty Chain Lightning setup. For... Oh, I don't actually have to give in to the Chain Lightning. Thanks that Lumberjack pull. I'll propel Mordock a bit more forward. I don't really have any other plays to make. I could have burned off the Berserker, but I feel like that doesn't really accomplish much. If he sets up another Cloak, or okay, Battle Ready. That's not what I wanted, but I mean, fine. I still have this huge sword that's gonna smack face. Heal and surrender. Looks like. Oh, is that a glitch? Did he surrender too fast to make the... Wait. Hello? Uh-oh. I don't want to back out because it still says surrender for me. So I'm just going to kind of wait for time to expire here and go from there. But it looks like we did close out match number 4 with a win, so that's good. So overall 4-1 for the Red-Yellow Awaken. Not too shabby. Hopefully we can get ourselves a solid rank out of it. I'm probably thinking 3,200, if anything. Maybe. Alright, so we'll time expire. If the timer breaks, I'll just have to restart the game, and I'll let you guys know from there. It's probably gonna glitch out, right? Because this is, like, bugged. Yeah, alright, so let me go ahead and quickly, fix this, and I'll bring you guys back an update for the match, or how we ended. Alright, so back after fixing the game, not back in the matchup, but it looks like the game did end, hopefully with a victory. I didn't see the victory screen pop up, I just saw the ranked here, 3302. Not bad, considering this is a very, very old deck. Had this one for quite some time. It's still able to contend well at the high ranks, although there are some frequent issues I think I do need to address within the deck. Regardless, though, I do like to see making it 3,300. Always nice to see. It's pretty difficult for me to break that 34, actually, now that I kind of think about it here. Oh well. I think 33 is just like my safe number. It's my go-to, the 3,300s. But yeah, overall I can't be too upset about that. Again, not a 5-0, but hey, I never do 5-0s often on this channel. Always pull out the 4-1s and 3-2s, it seems. But yeah, with that being said, 3302 are our final ranking. Let's go ahead and move out to close this video. Alright folks, with that being said, I hope you did enjoy this edition of Ranked. Let me know what you guys thought of the matches by leaving your thoughts down in the comment section below and while you're down there. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed it, share with friends, and of course, subscribe if you are new or haven't done so already. It's the best way that you can show support here on the channel. Fun fact, about 40% of the people who watch this are unsubscribed. So if you are one of those 40%, do be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Again, helps the channel a lot. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me for now. So, until next time. Stay game.